Hello there, beautiful people on the World Wide Web. It's good to see you all. Welcome to the fifth episode of the Not So Late Night Art Show after our relaunch earlier, or in late 2025, I should say, episode 5. And I can tell you something. In a moment where my beloved Bayer Leverkusen are 1-0 up on Arsenal, it takes two very, very special people to drag me away from the television set. And I've got two very special, actually, we've got three. But let's start with our special guests first. We've got the two-time major champion, Nathan Aspinall. Nathan, so good to have you on tonight.
No problem at all, mate. How are you? You good?
Good to see you. Yeah, doing absolutely fantastic. And to complete an amazing lineup for tonight, we got PDC Europe official Daniela, Bata-Bogdanov. Daniela, welcome to the show. Your very first time. It's good to see you.
Thanks, Philip. It's great to be here.
Good to have you. And you guys saw it last month that now I've got a bit of a PDC Europe sidekick, so I'm not left alone with all the technical aspects of things and not left alone in the wild world of social media. Last month it was Marius who does our social media. He has a bit of a private life left because he's not been working with us long enough. We'll sort that out. So we got Sasha to replace him. He's our media manager at the PDC Europe. Sasha, welcome to you as well. Your premiere on the show. Is good to have you tonight.
Yeah, glad to be here. And I think we will get a great show tonight.
Yeah, hopefully. Don't put the pressure on. The most important thing is that we got you guys as well who are watching us, never mind where, if it's Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, the wacky world of TikTok, wherever you're watching us from. It's good to see you all. Enjoy the next hour or so. Nathan, I mean, just a few days removed from the UK Open, a tournament that surely has got a very special place in your heart. I mean, you won it in 2018, I think. What was it like? I mean, I've been over actually for one day on the Friday. It is a bit of a wild one, the UK Open, isn't it?
Yeah, it's different to any other tournament that we play. You know, they have the multi-boards, and I think as a fan, that's the tournament to go to in my eyes. You know what I mean? You can go and see. I think there was 4 Premier League players in round 4 on the outside boards. So you can literally be 5 yards away from them, watching them do their stuff. And, unfortunately, I was on the main board against Van Geuren. So if you're not in the Premier League and you get drawn on the main stage, you got a tough draw. So, it wasn't an ideal first round, but, UK Open, special memories for myself. And, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go last weekend, but I still enjoyed the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty close game against Michael. We've got to say, could probably have gone either way. But as we said, I mean, that was your first major title that you picked up back in the day. So that first major title, like whatever player you talk to, that's a very, very special moment in their career because you're basically proving, your own mettle to yourself.
Yeah, 100%. I think that was when I got on the tour the second time. I was struggling financially, as everyone knows, and then when I won that UK Open, it wasn't just the fact that I won a major tournament; it was the security that it gave me to relax and play darts like I know I can. When you got to play darts for money, it's so hard. You know what I mean? It is really, really tough. So when I won that UK Open, I just felt like the shackles that came off, and I could actually just relax and play darts. And it's always going to be a special one. My granddad was there when I won it. We was there 2 years prior as fans. We literally had the worst seats in the house, and I always remember saying to him, one day I will play on that stage, and then 2 years later I won the tournament on that stage. So special memories, and it's not gone that well since I won it there, to be fair, but 2018 was amazing for me. 2019 I think it was actually.
Was 2019? Yeah, could be 2019 as well. Daniela, have you ever been over at the UK Open? I mean, you've worked PDC majors as well in England, but never the UK Open so far. I can tell you.
Not yet.
There you go. That's probably the right way of putting it. But it's a special one to watch as well, isn't it? I mean, with all the boards there, 8 boards, and you get to see so many players at once. Also from a fan's perspective, and I mean, we're officials and we work in the darts, but we're still fans anyway.
Yeah, actually, I was wondering what Nathan was speaking about that. Like, if I would like to go there to work or to watch the game. Actually, that's the question.
Yeah, I can tell you, it's been it's special. That Botlin's there in Minehead to say the least. I mean, it's basically the same like 4,000 people for 3 days that just move about between the different venues, the different stages. So I mean, for darts fans, for darts purists, that's, Nathan, as you said, that's probably the one to be.
It is, yeah. And the thing is as well, what happens is people enjoy it that much. When they check in, they get the option to rebook for the following year.
Yeah.
And it's literally been like the same people for like the last 4 years.
Yes.
That's how good it is. Do you know what I mean? And you know, if you're reselling your tickets for the year after, obviously something's good. And you know, they have like bands on it as well after the darts finishes. So the darts finishes, there's like a big club upstairs, which I was in on Friday night because I lost. But I might come for a shock to you. But I was in there Friday. But yeah, they have a band playing, and it's just a fun atmosphere. Everyone's like just has fun and enjoys the whole weekend.
Yeah, it really is a good one. And I mean, Daniela, in the end, a certain Mr. Luke Littler won the competition, surprisingly. I mean, the dominance that Luke is displaying at the moment is quite sensational. Although it seems like, and Nathan, I'm going to, like, after Daniela's answer, I'm going to speak to you about it as well. There are moments, it seems like, where you could actually get him, but he just puts so much pressure on all the others that it's difficult, Daniela, isn't it?
Oh, well, it is actually. But you know what? During the final, it was more like it was 7-7, you know, with James Wade, and I just felt like maybe we could see something different now. It was exactly the same final, like the final from the previous year, and don't get me wrong, I really like Luke Littler, and it's all great. I mean, that's a great thing what he does. But lately, we all feel like sometimes, if there is a chance to something else to happen now, just to make it just a little bit more interesting, if you understand what I want to say, because if you mark those kind of games, you always want that something at the end, so to feel it like more interesting, like to be because you can enjoy it more if the crowd is great until the end and they still feel like it can happen, something can happen, it could be different. And yeah, so it was great, the final.
I mean, Nathan, as Daniela just said then, I mean, it's been pretty close for quite some time, that final. And when it's a close final, like, I think one of the top names that you don't want to see opposite yourself is probably James Wade. And the way Luke manages to do it anyway at such a young age is quite special, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't comment on the final. I don't even know what score it was. I didn't even know it went 7-0. Everyone knows my love for watching darts. But yeah, listen, I'm good mates with Luke. He's phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? I'm going back to what you're saying before about can he be stopped, and you know, sometimes you need to get him early. I have this analogy with Luke that if he doesn't lose first round, he will win the tournament.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that. And he reminds me so much of Ronnie O'Sullivan. I'm not sure how much of you follow the snooker, but if Ronnie O'Sullivan turns up and wants to play and wants to win, he wins. And I have that opinion on Luke. If Luke turns up and he can be bothered and he can get his backside out of bed and get there early enough, I can say that. But I mean, if he can be bothered to play for the whole weekend, he wins that tournament, no problem.
Yeah.
And some players agree with me, some players disagree with me, but he's just different gravy. You know, I played him in November in the final, and it was a great game of darts. I think it was like 8-0 or something like that. And then he just found that extra 10% right at the end to put me away. And that's what he's doing with a lot of players. He's kind of dangling the olive branch, get back into the game, then he blows you away. And you've seen it so many times in finals, in matches. You know, people go for. I think Josh Rock did it in the match play. I think he was like 5-0 up or something.
Yeah, I think
all the fans are watching it. Go, oh, is he going to get beat? Is he going to get beat? Then all of a sudden, he turns the switch and he absolutely hammers him. You know what I mean? He's just a freak of nature. But I agree with what Daniela said. He's getting. Well, it's probably not getting boring for him in his bank account, but I think for a lot of fans, if he's getting sick of seeing him win everything out there. But listen, it's down to us guys to get better. You know, you can't blame him. All he's doing is playing darts. We're not good enough, and we need to get better. Otherwise, he's just going to win everything.
Yeah, it's probably right. I mean, Daniela, when the way the crowd is reacting at the moment as well, I don't think it's anything directed against Luke Littler, but in 2 years' time, or not even 2 years' time, he's managed to put himself in a position that Phil Taylor's been in back in the day, where people were just happy to see someone else win. And it's basically a compliment to Luke, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people like Luke Littler, and we all love him. I mean, what he did and what he does for darts, it's amazing. That's a great thing. So I don't think that there is anyone who doesn't want him to win. We just want to see, or they want to see something different, something more interesting. Oh yeah, so we had that year when Luke Humphreys won all of those Euro tours, and there was always the question, okay, let's see what will happen now, or with Michael van Gerwen as well, back to those days, or as you said, Phil Taylor. So people like those guys. It just, let's make it more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens in the future. I mean, darts is in an amazing place, anyway. So, Daniela, when I'm checking the chat here, many people very, very happy to see you. And as I told you, when I was at the World Championships in London, there was actually people texting us at Sport One and PDC Europe saying, "Where's Daniela? Where's Daniela? Why is she not marking? Did they get rid of Daniela?" No, they didn't. They didn't. And I mean, maybe you can, let the people know that don't know you as well, because you've not given a lot of interviews over the past years, and when you do, you basically do it in Hungarian, and
oh yeah,
not a lot of people do speak Hungarian. So how did you actually get into all of it? Where did it start, and when did you get your first breakthrough in PDC Europe?
Oh, well, that's a long story, actually, but let's make it short. Yeah, so...
we got an hour, you crack on.
I can sit and listen. I used to play darts, and then I had that fortune that I met a girl, and she did some qualifications for the East Europe back to, let's say, 2013, 2014. And that was the moment when I started to mark for her, because we wanted to have that statistic for our players who played on those tournaments, etc. And then I met some people from the PDC Europe there, and we just had dinner at some point, and I asked the question, so could I do that maybe? So I would like to be a marker there. And that was it. So they called me in 2018. Leverkusen was the first Euro tour I did. And that was actually how that started. And just a year later, I was already there on the World Cup of Darts, the Worlds in London. I did that year. So yeah, it was quick. Everything happened everything happened very, very quickly, actually. So when I found out what I did and what I got, it was like, oh, seriously?
You see, I did my first Euro tour in Leverkusen as well. So many great things are happening in Leverkusen. I mean, Nathan, for you as a player, is that something like the officials on stage? Is that something that you take notice of? Is there maybe, I don't know, a favorite official where you think, okay, when he's marking my board, I'm usually pretty good, or when she's marking, I'm usually horrible? Is that something that happens?
Take this away, it's meant to, mate. I'd rather look at Daniela than Scott Giblin on stage. But no, I think these certain, for me, they're so used to the officials who do obviously the chalking, and they get used to how you play the game as well, the speed that you play. I've had issues in the past where people write it down too slow, and you go, listen, I want to get on with it. I can see it out the corner of my eye. You need to be quicker. Little things like that. So I've got my favourites. I'm not going to name names. I've got my preferred referees. Again, I'm not going to start naming names, but yeah, certainly the players. If you talk to the players, they'll have favourites and people that they don't like. Not don't like, but they prefer another guy to ref or mark.
Yeah, I mean, Daniela, for the officials, it's likewise, isn't it? I mean, you got players that you'd rather mark than others, and usually the officials tell me, like the referees and the markers, it's usually better when you get the quicker players, because maybe the amateurs would probably think like a quicker player is more difficult, but for you guys, you do it so well, it's actually better for you to kind of stay in the flow.
Well, I can't tell about the others, but I know about myself. So when the game is quick and when it's not, let's say, boring 20 and 20, and that's all old school darts, then it's much more interesting, and I like it. I can enjoy that, and it keeps you there. Actually, you just sometimes when the game is very slow, then you find yourself thinking about something else. You can't stay concentrated all the way along. So yeah, I on Nathan's game, so we had that situations. Actually, I remember that when you'll be standing there like, seriously, he's still marking that, and now when I know him, and when I know what Nathan does sometimes, so, and when we don't want to bother him with our markers and being slow and not doing our job the way we have to do that, then we always just sit down and think, okay, Nathan is playing that game, let's find something who can do that quickly, and let's just let him play.
We had some.
But that's it.
Nate. Go on.
Yeah, okay. So if there's ever an issue, whether it's in England or Europe, and after the game, you go, listen, come on, he was a bit slow, or I don't like that. It never happens again. You only need to say it once, and you go, I'm not having a go, but and then next time it's corrected, and there's never any problems. You know what I mean? So I think they don't get the credit they deserve. The refs and the markers, because it is hard work for them. Like I say, the focus. If you make one slight mistake, you're gonna have us on the back. The crowd, everything. It messes it all up. So there's a lot of pressure on you guys. You know what I mean? And I think you all do a great job, to be fair. So.
Yeah, it's actually quite true. I always think that I'm quite happy that I don't have a direct influence on the game. If I mess up, okay, the walk-on doesn't look that good, it doesn't sound that good, but it doesn't really affect the game. But if you guys make a mistake, it can get a bit hectic up there. Like we get a lot of comments here in the chat as well, and got Medina Bello who's saying, Nathan, I love your enthusiasm and energy on the stage. Looking forward to seeing you win more Euro Tours. I mean, we always say that, Nate. Like when you are playing on that stage, something's always happening. It's never dull.
No, it does my head in. I just wish I could turn up and just play a normal game of darts, win 6-2, and go home. You know what I mean? But it never happens. It's I don't know what it is. I think it's probably. I'd probably get a buzz out of it. I don't know what it is, but. There's always something that goes on in my games, but I just think that I look at where I come from in my life and in my career and what I've been through, etc. And I don't need to bark on about it, but all my injuries and my diets and stuff. And I just, when I'm on that stage, I just smile because I'm happy that I'm still playing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I have a fantastic life and all that kind of thing. And I think that's when I'm losing and I'm like 3 or 4-0 down, and then about to give up. I think. If I win this, I'm winning a lot of money. I'd have to work for 2 months to make this money, sort your head out, and play darts for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of other factors that make me play that the way I am. But ultimately, I just love playing on the stage and entertaining the fans.
Yeah, and I think I think that radiates and that resonates with the crowds as well. And I think that's why you get the amount of support that you're getting, and all the places that darts is taking you. For example, we've just seen a photo on social media from yesterday at Cheltenham, the horse racing track. I think we got that prepared. Look at those 3 boys. Looking dapper as anything.
It was an absolute disaster of a betting day. I'm not going to lie. I could do winning a tournament to cover my losses, but it was a great day. We got invited by a lad called Rob Hennigan, who's he's like one of these tipster.
Yeah.
And Luke Humphries has known him for a couple of years. I met him in Bahrain. He lives in Dubai, and he invited us all to basically his box at Cheltenham, and I've never been before. I love the horse racing, and it was just an amazing day. You know what I mean? We had some nice food. I had probably more beers than I should have. Lost a load of money, and then came home. But I'm going back tomorrow. I'm doing the hospitality there tomorrow. I'm actually going working there tomorrow, play some darts, and with our sponsors, Paddy Power, tomorrow. So looking forward to getting back up there. And I'm not going to gamble because I'm not very good at it.
Same.
I'm going to play darts.
Sounds good. I heard that Luke Humphreys has won a few bob, didn't he?
Yeah, he did well. But you know what? They both did well. I went against them two, and they won and I lost. Typical, really. You should never back against the two Luke, should you? And I went against them.
Well, not at the
So,
board, not at the board. That's for sure.
well, yeah, 100%. But no, it was just a great day. Us three are really good mates. You know what I mean? It's we do a lot of other stuff away from darts together that some people might not know. But I just enjoy them both. You know, the great lads. Luke, well, both Lukes get a lot of stick. If you get to know them, you know what I mean. They're fantastic lads. They're both really good mates of mine, and yeah, it was an enjoyable day. And yeah, don't want to go back again because I was rubbish at gambling.
Well, it's a very Daniela. It's a very English thing, that horse racing, isn't it? I don't, is that a thing in Hungary? Because it's not.
No,
It's not
absolutely
massive in Germany.
not.
But
No.
the English, like they bet
Not
on
at all.
anything. They bet on anything, don't you? Like it's unreal.
We've got problems in England. Yeah, no, I'm not like I reckon there was 100,000 people there yesterday at Cheltenham.
100,000.
Absolutely crazy. 100,000 people, and like I say, it's on all week. So it started on Tuesday, and it's on till Friday. I'm going back on Friday actually. I'm taking Kirsty. But yeah, it's just it's a good day out. You have like one day out with the lads, and then you take your partners. Have like ladies' day on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Women go together. It's just a fun day out, and obviously if the sun's out as well, it makes it even better.
Yeah, well, it looked very nice, and as I said, you guys looked extremely dapper in your suits. I think someone actually commented on it. It's very strange not seeing them in their playing shirts, because usually that's the look the people not know you for. I mean, Daniela, we've said before, you're not the first woman to mark on the PDC Europe stage, but the very first woman to do it at the PDC majors. And has there been a moment that stuck with you, something special that happened over the years, or a moment where you say, I'll never forget that? Maybe even the first one, because I mean, probably for Nathan the same, and for myself as well. It's usually the first time on the stage as well that you don't forget, when you've been very nervous.
The first big tournament I did, I mean, that Leverkusen in 2018, I was that stressed and that nervous about everything else that was going on around, and that I was in the middle of the game already when I found out, oh Jesus Christ, this is happening. So it's yeah, really. So that was, and I can tell I really enjoyed that, because as I stressed, I was very stressed, and all of those things. I wanted to make it good, and to show to people who gave me actually the chance that I was ready to do that, and to prove myself actually. The first major tournament was, as I said, that World Cup of Darts in 2019. That was a tournament when I really said, okay, I'm enjoying this one and I'm happy to be here and I like it. And of course, last year when I did the World Championship final with Scott Gibling, yeah, that was the one I really enjoyed. I mean, that was a great final of Littler and Michael van Gerwen, and all of the things that happened during the day, because it was not only the final. We were there in the middle of the day. I mean, that the show started at 1 p.m., all of those interviews and everything. So the whole situation, the atmosphere and everything that happened there. So I can clearly say that was my favorite one, and that was the one I enjoyed the most, actually.
Yeah, that's
Do you get anything for like refereeing the World Championships? 'Cause it's a final. Like when you do like the football and that, you'd get like the refs would get a medal and stuff like that. Do they give you anything?
Well,
for officiating the final?
I saved the paper I wrote, so with all of those blacks and hats and everything. So, but it's a big. It was actually a great thing to be able to be there. So they got me the chance to be there. So, and especially when you are a woman, and then it's a bit different because you have to prove yourself a little bit more than, I would say, anyone else who was there. So yeah, but nothing special, nothing like a medal or something. But
Yeah.
That was actually a very good keyword you've just given there, Daniela. We're going to come back to this, but maybe it's a good moment to have a look into the social media chats and get Sasha on board. Sasha, has there been anything so far? Any questions that you saw that you'd like to throw at us?
Yeah, I think we should start with the first one from TikTok.
Yeah, go on. The wacky world of TikTok.
Stephen Bunting is watching us.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so. Because he said like, did
Get alive, Stephen. Get
alive.
I mean that's the thing. Liverpool lost yesterday already, so he's got time tonight, doesn't he? He's got time to watch us.
Yeah.
So did he ask something?
No, not actually. He said like, I think he wrote the horse Nathan backed on.
Be a fortune. I can't tell you how much I put on it, but it was a lot.
Oh God!
And he fell at the last hurdle. Yeah.
Oh,
got a remortgage.
What was the horse's name? Because usually they got funny names.
Yeah, Kopek it was called.
Oh, that's a very underwhelming horse name. There's much funnier stuff out there, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot funnier.
And we also got a question from Adam, coming back to the nicknames for all the refs. Do you have a nickname for everyone, and how do you come about?
Well, I think most of them probably have their nickname for quite some time, and then the ones that are new, we try and find something. Let's see if Jar Jar Binks sticks to Owen Binks. We'll see how that works out. But I think I don't know. The Kirkulator has been the Kirkulator forever. I mean, Ross Bray, the voice, that's always been a no-brainer. I don't know. Actually, Nathan, how did you come about your nickname? I mean, obviously, I know where the connection is, Aspinall and
Come on, mate.
Yeah, I know. That's not the question I'm asking. But did you pick it yourself? Did someone give it to you, or?
So my nickname in school was Aspie.
Yeah.
All my mates called me Aspie, not Nathan. And when I was coming up with a nickname, when I first started playing, my original nickname was the Accountant.
God.
Because I'm obviously an accountant before darts, and it was pretty rubbish. So we need to think of something. So I got a guy to design me a shirt, and I said, I don't know what you can do with it, but come up with a nickname. And he just put the asp, and I was like, and he put a snake on my back, and I'm like, what's with the snake? And I didn't know that an asp is a snake.
Wow.
And then I generally didn't know that. I'm pretty thick, right? But I didn't know an asp was a snake, and that's why I put it on the back of the shirt. And then obviously now, I've just stuck with the asp and put a snake on my back, and that's it.
Works well. It works well, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Daniela, you don't have a nickname yet. We don't have a nickname for you. Did you used to have one, like maybe when you were smaller, when in school or something?
Never.
Never. Well,
never.
Let's see what happens the next few Euro tours.
Oh.
Let's take it to the viewers. Let's come up with a nickname for Daniela.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna watch the chat now. Let's see what happens there. There's a question here from Ducky Baker who asked Nathan, "Are you mates with Jan van Veen, although he keeps beating you this year?"
Yeah, he's a great guy. To be fair, Jan, he's one of the good guys. He's a nice lad. I got on well with him, but to be fair, he keeps beating me, but he shouldn't be beating me. I think the last 2 games I should have beat him, and I just missed one dart double. His finishing under pressure is obscene, and that's what's winning him games at the moment. I think the last 2 games I played him, I battered him in scoring. I've missed the odd double here, and he's cleaned up. So yeah, we are friends, but if he keeps beating me, we won't.
Well, that's how it goes usually on the dartboard. I mean, Daniela, you just mentioned it that, and the International Women's Day is only a few days past us now. That usually, and especially in sports, like women have to work that little bit harder to get into positions to to get a job or whatever. I mean, I'm going to start with Nathan here. Actually, I mean, Nathan, you are a girl's dad. You got two daughters at home, and I think probably, like, I could imagine, let's say, that maybe the view on these sort of things changes when you got two daughters and you see how some things work in life, don't they?
Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? It's a difficult conversation. Let's be honest. It's a difficult topic, you know. But I just think, you know, certainly you just need opportunities. Do you know what I mean? And if they're given opportunities, which obviously Daniela now, like, take it a different way, like Bose can play on the men's tour and stuff like that. Give them opportunities, and they'll do well. But obviously, it's giving them that opportunity at the initial start. But I think every woman that we've got involved in darts, I can't think of anyone that we don't think is good enough to do the job, if that makes sense. I think half the lads get on better with them all, to be fair. You know what I mean? We can have a bit of banter and stuff with them. So I just think it's great that the PDC keep it so inclusive. And yeah, hopefully, you know, there's more to come.
Yeah, I mean, Daniela, I think we spoke about it a few years ago on the tour in a Floy event, that it's good to see, like, the girls, the women coming through, but like especially on the, you know, the development tours, the challenge tours, the Q schools, we'd like to see even more, you know, even more young women picking up the darts and come over and give these guys a run for their money.
Absolutely. And I have to say that I completely agree with Nathan. I think women are well accepted in darts. So as you said, I was not the first one. So there are many ladies doing the same job as I do at the moment, just before I started. And there are many presenters and many, commentators. I don't want to speak about the ladies as a players, because we all know they're great in what they do. We are many very good ones in there. Now, as you said, we have many floor tournaments, and from 2 years ago we have our officials there as well. I mean, in PDC Europe, and we have ladies there as well. And I think they do their job great. So I'm very happy to see that there are more and more women and who want to do that, actually, because I don't think it was ever the fact that PDC or PDC Europe didn't want ladies being there. It was more like ladies were not that interested about this job we do now. And this is something that is changing lately, which is great, actually.
It's quite the contrary, actually. We'd like more ladies there. We'd like more women to come. I mean, Nathan, I don't know what you think, but I think sometimes maybe, you know, the women, the ladies, overthink it a little bit and think it might be too difficult, while they should just, you know, attack it, you know, and kind of be there. I mean, let's be honest, it's no secret. Women think much more than we do. That isn't the truth, no doubt.
I don't think that's that good, actually.
I think obviously more from a presenting side. You know, obviously I got on dead well with Emma. You know, I love Emma to bits. But I think before Emma, you had Laura Woods. I think Emma, seeing Laura Woods, I think she was probably, I might be wrong here, but the first woman to proper break being a woman presenter in sport. And then obviously Emma would have been younger. She's seen Laura. I want to do what she's doing. And then now I can't remember, is it Anna? There's another one called Anna, another lady called Anna that does it. Then you got all the commentating team, and all of a sudden it takes like one role model, and then more will follow. And like we said before, everyone involved in darts welcomes it, and you know, we all get on. And it's proper cliche, but I generally do believe like the whole of like the PDC, because all that one big massive family, everyone gets on with everyone, and it's brilliant to be part of.
Yeah, no, I think Daniela, that was a good keyword that Nathan just given there. That, like, the word role model. I think that's what's needed. You know, it's easier, you know, for young women to watch a Bo Greaves, to watch a Fallon Sherrock and say, hey, I wanna be like that. I want to be like them, and do it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and these girls show that is possible to be there, to win the game, and to make them feel a little bit more stressed or not that comfortable, because it is not easy to play against ladies, right?
I played bowl last week. Luckily I won, but Jesus Christ, She was playing awesome all day. I think I played her in the quarterfinals of the Pro Tour, and I looked at the stats. She was averaging about 103 for the day, and I was at about 95. And I'm like, oh my god, she's going to hammer me here. But luckily, I played well. So it's people always say I don't want to play a woman, and it's not because I think back in the day it was probably you don't want to have the embarrassment of being beat by a lady. But darts is different now. Bo, Fallon. There's probably 4 or 5 of them that can beat a man, in my opinion. And like we said before, role models. Hopefully now there's a lot of young Luke Littlers coming through. Hopefully there's a lot of young Bo Greaves and Fallon Sherrod coming through as well.
Yeah, that would certainly be amazing to see. And if you followed this show over the past few years and months, then you know that we always like to to do a little something here, and maybe test our guests on the show as well. So we've prepared a little quiz here, and I think in a matter of seconds, this little QR code is going to change to yes, exactly. You see magic. It now
not
changed
about
to
that.
the quiz.
Please tell me it's not a quiz about that.
Not really. It's about ladies and women in sport in general. So if you guys that are watching this want to participate as well, like scan this QR code, and we've also put the link in the chat right now. So if you click on that, I'm actually going to start the quiz now. Give me a second here. I'll be right on it. Hopefully, anyway. So. Anyway, I can't seem to be able to lock on right now, but yeah, we're going to do the quiz with you guys here, with you guys in the like with Nathan and Daniela. And one question is, I mean, we just pointed out that in darts, ladies and men compete against each other, but do you happen to know any other sports where that's the case as well, where we're not differentiating between the ladies and the men? And you guys that have heard the question now, you can put your answers in the chat if you can come up with a clever answer. So is there any other sports that you can come up with?
I know one. I'll let Danielle start. No, snooker. Snooker's
yeah,
one of them.
I think that's one.
That could be.
We got the first 2 comments from TikTok. They're starting with tennis and drag racing.
Well, the thing is tennis. Yeah, you get something like the mixed pairs, but there's
that's not.
But they're differentiating between between women and ladies. But they've got a good point. Like it's very specific that they're talking about drag racing. But you get the motor racing, of course, like stuff like
horse racing. Horse racing. You have female.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. It's the horses and like the what's the other horsey stuff? Where they jump over the obstacles, and where they do where the horses do fancy things like there's walks and stuff. That's also something where there's no difference between men and women. Where
I just think it's anything that's not. I think you can do it. It's just anything that's not physical in it. You don't want to stick a female boxer in a ring with Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? It's. I think there should be more of it, me as well. I don't see why you can't. Do you know what I mean? There's no reason why everyone can't be playing the same tour, in my opinion. What's stopping a female dart player being as good as a man dart player? There's absolutely nothing, is there? Same with snooker. I
mean, as you say, especially in darts, like there's like physically there shouldn't be any reason why the ladies shouldn't keep up with the boys. And I think the main reason, as you pointed out, is we have to get more women to start playing at a young age, and then you'll get more players like Fallon Sherrod, like Bo Greaves coming through the ranks. So as I said, there's no reason why ladies shouldn't do as well as the men do in darts. But there's actually an Olympic sport where the world record for the women is better than the world record of the men. Can you
Winter Olympics?
Maybe No, it's the Summer Olympics. I'll give you that cue. Yeah. So can you think of a sport where that might be the case? You guys that are listening, that are watching, put it in the chat. We've got an eye on it.
Summer Olympics where the women's.
Where the women's are, I don't know.
Or a sport or a team sport.
It's not a team sport.
Well,
It's like a single competition, single sport.
Oh well.
I'm gonna Summer Olympics.
First TikTok guesses are archery at the moment.
Archery? No. Well,
BMX.
well, it might. What's that?
BMX.
No, it's not BMX. It's
That's
actually, I'm gonna give you.
Give us a clue.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a clue. It's when I was asked the question by Werner, by the way. I thought of something like, maybe triple jump or something like that, where it might be an advantage for the ladies not being as heavy as the man. And I would have never thought that it would be a sport where it's about throwing something, but it actually is a sport where you have to throw something.
Shot put.
No, it's not shot put.
You've got to throw something.
Throwing something.
What's the other one? The hammer.
There you go. Daniela just said it. It's the discus. It is.
I didn't even know.
It's actually the discus throw. I mean,
how was that?
we have to put it.
How was that a sport in dancing? Jesus, come on.
Hey, dance is a sport. Let's not start there. If archery is a sport, dance is a sport. Surely. There's a. I mean, we have to put it into perspective a little bit, because like the discus that the men are throwing weighs, I think, around about 2 kilos, and the discus that the ladies are throwing weighs 1 kilo, so around about half of it. But in 2025, the first men ever went, through the discus further than 75 meters. The world record is now 75 meters and 56 centimeters, and the world record for the ladies, it's been standing now for, I think, around about 35 years, was set in the 80s, and it's 76 meters and 80. So there you go. If you ever want to impress someone at a dinner or wherever you are, you can always, put that out there. Did we lose Nathan?
Yeah. Don't know why.
It's interesting.
I think it is, isn't it? I mean, hopefully we'll get Nathan back in a second. No, we'll see. We see he'll find his way back shortly. We'll have an eye on that, and but we can also think about the last question, and now we're kind of getting into the dart side of it. And Daniela, as Nathan, as of right now, is not here, I'm gonna have to ask you.
There you go.
There he is. There he is.
There back. Go on.
Yeah, saving Daniela from having to answer the last question on her own.
My daughter.
How did she? Yeah. So we're now gonna make a slight move into the darting scene. So who do you guys think was the first woman ever to beat a man in a PDC major competition? You might know, you might not know.
I have an idea actually, but I'm not sure.
I think Nathan just said Anastasia Dobromislova.
That one.
What do you think, Daniela?
Well, I would say Anastasia Dobromislova.
You're both saying the same thing, and you're both wrong, actually. We of course, remember, it was the Grand Slam, I think, where Anastasia beat Vincent van der Voort back in the day.
I know it wasn't her. I can see it. I haven't got a clue what the name is, but I know it was someone else. But
yeah,
I can.
I'm going to give you a clue as to what competition it was. We're actually going back to the UK Open there in 2005.
Did you beat Vincent van der Voort? Was it van der Voort you beat?
That was Anastasia at the Grand Slam.
Was it? Right, I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
You say 2005, right?
2005, yeah.
I didn't even play darts then, so I'm out.
Any ideas? Well, I'm not seeing anyone giving the right answer in the chat either. Is there anything coming through on TikTok?
We got
Sasha?
on TikTok 2 answers.
Bunny's watching it.
Fallon Sherrock, that's wrong.
Fallon Sherrill's wrong. That's not right.
2005.
we
She would have been
also
out.
got-
2005. She was. Fallon was born in '94, I think.
And we
Yeah.
also got the two guesses, Lisa Ashton and Dieter Hetman.
There you
What
go.
about
Dieter
Trina?
Hedman. Dieter Hedman is actually the correct answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in 2000, she actually beat two men as well. She managed to play her way through 2 rounds. And actually, the first gentleman that she beat on that day was Aaron Turner. And Aaron Turner is the husband of Laura Turner, would you believe? The darting world being very, very small. So there you go. That's how that went. It was actually Dieter.
Random question indeed, Phil. I'm not going to lie.
Come on. I mean, would have never thought I'd get. I
No.
would have never thought I'd get you with a darts question there. Didn't think that was going to happen. But yeah. Now here in the chat we get as well, Lisa Ashton. No, it wasn't Lisa, but would have needed a different question there. Lisa was actually the first woman to win a PDC tour card, like back in the day, and now we got Bo Greaves on the tour, and Daniela. They're actually quite a few people that say that Bo Greaves could be the first woman to win an event on the PDC Pro Tour.
Absolutely, I agree. I totally agree. Why not? I mean, she has everything to win big tournaments. So good average. She's very calm. She knows what she does, and yeah, good perspective. Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
Nathan also from
she'll be the first lady in the top 32, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
think she'll make the top
Yeah, I
32.
think so. Yeah, I mean, also like Nathan, you spoke about it earlier. I mean, you've had your fair share of the dreaded dartitis as well. And when you look at how she's playing, although she is struggling with that a little bit at the moment, that makes it probably even more impressive.
Yeah, I spoke to Bo. So her brother Taylor, I used to have the same manager as him 10 years ago. So I've known Bo for a long, long time. And she's always been a fantastic player. But someone told me a couple of years back that she had dartitis. And I seen her at the Grand Slam last year, and I was talking to her about it. And she's saying, yeah, it's there. I think it was kind of a bit like mine. Like, it's there, but it's not bothering her too much. Do you know what I mean? But you know it comes and goes. But yeah, like, she's dealing with it fantastic. It's horrible. You know, everyone knows it's horrible. I've had it. It's horrible. You know what I mean? To keep turning up week in, week out, and she's putting in some amazing numbers. And yeah, hopefully, you know, it'll go. I don't think it's at that stage where, like a Webby or someone, where it's going to end a career. But, you know, she's got to keep doing what she's doing, and hopefully it'll end up like mine, where it's pretty much non-existent now.
That's probably the thing, isn't it? I mean, when you keep beating it, and when you keep like performing well, although it's there, it probably loses that fear factor a little bit, and then hopefully it goes away completely.
Yeah, you know, I won the match play with dartitis. You know what I mean? Obviously, only in very mild form, but I won the match play with it, and it's, you know, it's that will to not let it beat you. But to do that, you've got to be strong mentally. So obviously, Bowie's strong mentally, which will set her in good stead for a career, really. But yeah, it'll always be there. Do you know what I mean? I always have it. Every now and then there'll be a little bit, but it's how you deal with it. And over the last 4 or 5 years, I've put stuff in place to deal with it, and I'm sure that's what Bo's doing.
Yeah, no, I mean, Daniela, also like when we're on the floor events as well, like not only the Pro Tour, but the Challenge Tours, the Development Tours, you see a fair share of players that are dealing with it, even at a state of their career where, you know, it's not about, you know, you don't have to support your family with it, but yet, you know, that pressure sometimes, you know, gets to the players.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was just thinking now about Bo, because when I saw her playing last floor tournament in Germany, we did a month ago. So what I saw that those feelings she got, and the way she wanted to play, and she wanted to win, and that happiness she had on her face, and I mean, that's all great. And you know, it just, as you said, family is behind her. Her sister is always there to support her. She always has her dad calls her every time. So that's a big thing, and that's important. That all helps her out actually to make her job good, and to get there when she wants to be.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good to see. And let's now, like for the final, I don't know, 15 minutes or so of the show, talk to talk about much more cheerful things. It's Wednesday, so that means that we're only 2 days away from the second European Tour event of this year. After a great start in Poland, we're going to be in Göttingen, and we've got to face the elephant in the room there, Nathan. You are the defending champion in Göttingen, and I've heard the dreadful news that you're not going to be there to defend your title. What's happening?
You know what? I didn't even realise until I pulled out that I won it last year. I didn't know which one I won. It's a difficult decision. No reason at all. It's Mother's Day, and I want a weekend off for my kids and my missus. Simple as that. There's no. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing wrong with me. I went to the races yesterday, came back, and obviously Kirsty was like, "Oh, it looked amazing." I said, "Right, we'll go back Friday. It's Mother's Day on Sunday. The whole family will go out on Sunday. I'll pull out of the tournament and we'll have a nice weekend." And these are things that have to happen. We're not robots. We do have families. You know what I mean? And I play in I play in a lot. I do a lot of exhibition work. Every now and then you have to make a sacrifice, and unfortunately, it's gotten good. I'm gutted because I didn't actually realise that I won it. And I think if I realised that before I pulled out, I probably wouldn't have. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate for the people that are coming, but we do need to see our families.
Yeah, true that, and that's Mother's Day is actually an acceptable reason, Nathan. We're gonna let you off here. Not only was it a European Tour event that you did win, but it was your very, very first European Tour title ever in Göttingen.
So, it's making it worse now, Phil. So just be quiet.
Yeah, I know. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at a few of those moments last year in Göttingen, because in the semi-finals against Gary Anderson, we've had an all-time European Tour moment with the score of 5-6 against you. These things happen. Let's have a look at that video. I think Sasha's got it ready.
I wasn't expecting that number to be above 100. What Nathan does now stipulates how Gary goes for that 105.
Well, it's the bare minimum. He is down to a finish, but Gary Anderson. The final is in sight. Is it two tops? Well, at least he didn't go out on the board. He's going to come back with 3 darts in his hand and match darts at double top, unless Nathan Aspinall can conjure up the 170.
170s this week have resulted in people losing that match if you hit them. This is just to have a chance to win. Oh boy. You've got to be kidding me! Mr. 170 strikes again! That is seismic!
Well, even Gary
smiles. Germans aren't seen it anymore!
13th and final leg,
That is about as astonishing as it gets on the Euro Tour. Nathan Aspinall, the 170, gets the darts in the deciding leg of the semi. Anderson stranded on top.
I mean, Nathan, that moment is like that. Watching this back is like watching a movie, isn't it? Like the way you're approaching the hockey, you've got the entire venue chanting Aspinall, Aspinall, and then to hit that big fish, that was unreal.
Yeah, that was probably the best 20 seconds of my life, and I'm not even lying. It was, forget about winning the match play or the UK Open, that little split moment when that ball went in, I've never felt anything like it. Because obviously all the crowd were getting behind me at the start. Yeah. It was do or die. If I don't hit it, I've lost.
Yeah.
And I think I already knew that Ryan George was in the final as well. He beat someone quite good to get in the final. And in my head, I was thinking, if we get past Gary, I'm going to win this.
Yeah.
And obviously all the crowd, and it was plumb, and yeah, it was unreal. I don't know how I managed to keep so calm in the last leg, to be honest, because I was jumping around like a madman, and your heart's going. But yeah, I think I did like a 13 dart as well last leg. So yeah, it's class. Good.
Yeah. I mean, Daniela, we spoke about moments that stick in our memory as well. I mean, we see so many darts being thrown across a calendar year, but there are certain moments that just don't go away. And that is certainly an all-time European Tour moment, that one.
Oh, do you remember in Riesa 2-3 years ago when we had that background with the name on it, with Riesa 2022-2023, when at the end of the game it fell down? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It had Interwetten logo.
It did,
Interwetten
yeah.
logo.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
That's,
funny.
yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you're laughing at me, Daniela.
Oh, God. Yeah, no.
I do remember that.
Yeah, we all do. We all do. And I think with the next little clip that we're going to look at, you're going to remember that one as well, because those were the final moments of the final in Göttingen last year, playing against Ryan Joyce and Nathan winning his first European Tour.
Have 6 starts. His heart will be thumping right now.
You always know it's close when my zip's down.
Yes.
That is more than good enough. When he looks back at that score sheet, he's going to see 72
I zip the top.
for a little slice of Nathan Aspinall history.
He's got so many choices. Double 12. At long last, Nathan Aspinall can call himself a European Tour winner. The Lokale in Göttingen will always have a special place in his.
I mean, there we go, Nathan. I mean, you sinking to your knees, the shirt unzipped to the belly button. That was a special moment, because you've been hunting for that first European Tour title for so long, and then it finally came. And looking back at it, that's kind of when the floodgates opened, because you won another 2 last year.
Yeah, 10 years. 10 years in the making, about 70 Euro Tours. Yeah, I was over the moon, and I think that completed the lot for me. I think I might be completely wrong, so someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm the only person to win at every single type of tournament. So Youth Tour, Challenge Tour, Players Championship event, European Tour, TV Major, and won a tour card. I'm pretty sure. I think the only one that might have done it is Humphries, but I still don't think he won a Challenge Tour. So I knew in my head it finished all the tournaments. So yeah, big occasion, and obviously I backed up with another 2 wins. So yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm going to look that up. I'm
pretty
probably
sure I
going
am,
to check
but-
that. I'm going to check that with Andy Scott, because if he doesn't know, no one knows. I mean, Daniela, we get those moments, or we've had a fair few of those moments the last few years on the European Tour, where a player that's been on our list of he should be winning one, actually manages to do it, and Nathan's been one of those players, and it's always good to see, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we always have players who has good seasons who have good seasons. Like we had Richie Edhouse. He won many tournaments back to, I don't know, 2-3 years, many Euro tours. Then, as I said, look, Humphries as well. So, but we have. When you follow them all, and they come back and play every weekend, and all of those Euro tours at 13, 14 or more this year, let's say it like that, you can always see the difference. And after the third or fourth tournament at the beginning of the season, you can always say, okay, I can say these 4, these 5 will win one of these Euro tours this year. And that was always the case, actually. Whenever we spoke about some of the names, I don't want to say names now, but we always felt that, like, yeah, he is going to win one of those in this season.
Yeah, I'll say names. I'll say this year, Chris Dobie should win one. I mean, goodness gracious, he's such an amazing player. The fact that he hasn't won one yet, Nate, is yeah, he should have.
Yeah, he definitely he is so good. You know what I mean? Everyone knows I'm really good mates with Chris. His throw is amazing, and he not even at your tour. I think he should have won more in his career so far. He's so good on the pro tours. So good on the pro tours. If you've got to get that final killer instinct on the stage, and then I think he's a guy that if he wins one, he'll probably do what I've done, win 2 or 3 Euro tours in a season. likewise, if he won a major, I think he'd go on and win a couple, 2 or 3 more. But yeah, I'd like to say him this year. I hope he does as well. You know what I mean? As long as he's not playing me in the final. But yeah, I hope he goes and wins one this year.
Yeah. I mean, he could win Göttingen because you're not there, Nath. You know.
Yeah. Well, if he's watching, I need to phone him because he's supposed to be staying at my house tomorrow night before we flew. I'm going to have to tell him to book an hotel now. So, Chris, if you're watching, mate, book an hotel.
Hey, maybe he is watching. Maybe Sasha can tell us. I think towards the end of the show, we get one last chance to have a look at what's happening on the social media. Any good questions that have come in that Sasha can throw at us?
Yeah, we got one from Adam. Does 9-darter put you off your stride with adrenaline?
I think that's a question for Nathan because neither Daniela nor me have ever hit a 9-darter in our lives, so you should answer
Not
that.
a chance.
I can't really comment too much because I've never hit one on stage. I've only hit them on the Pro Tours, and you can't celebrate anyway. So you know, like I hit a 9-darter, and it's just like winning a leg. So I don't have that same amount of adrenaline, so it doesn't affect my game. If I was to hit it on stage, I think it would. Because of the way that I am anyway, I like celebrating. If I hit a 9-darter, I think I've waited so long for it as well. I've missed double 12 about 5 or 6 times on TV. I think when I hit it, because I will hit it, but when I hit it, I will jump around like a madman and I'll lose the game. But
do it in the last leg. That's maybe good.
What Danny Noffey did last week.
Yeah, I mean, Daniela, I think, Jan van Veen, he said it in Poland, didn't he? He hit the 9-darter against Luke in the final, and he said that lost me the match because I was so happy. Yeah. I mean, we see that so often, don't we?
Oh yeah, we do, and I will never forget when I did when I was doing. What was that, floor tournament players championship, something like that, and there was a 9-darter, and I was standing there still. I had no chance to say anything or just to smile because we are not able to. And then I read many comments after, like, look at her, she behaved like it was just a simple 26 and not a 9-darter. What should I do? But it's always great to see that and to be there, to feel that, and to see how they celebrate and the way they feel when that happens. But unfortunately, I have to say that many times we saw them throwing 9-darter and losing the game straight after. So it happens very often, actually.
There's so many now as well, isn't there? You know what I mean? It's not as special as it used to be, in my opinion. You know, up until 5 years ago, if someone hit a 9-darter, it would go everywhere. No, there's like, I hit 3 in 2 tournaments. You know what I mean? Some Pro Tours, there might be 3 9-darters in a day. So yes, they're amazing, but I just think they're not celebrated as much anymore because they hit more regular, and that's why we don't celebrate as much because it's like you'd rather win the game. If you got a 20 grand for hitting one, then you probably would jump around, but you'd rather win the match and just move on to the next game.
It's actually funny that you should mention how common the 9-darter has become. But our friend Keith Bisbee, he's got an Excel list on his computer where he noted down all the PDC 9-darters that were hit in a calendar year. And he started that in 94, 95, whatever. And you get years in the 90s where there are none. No 9-darters whatsoever. And then now it's just exploded. You get so many in one Pro Tour event. Speaking of exploding and getting many, do we get many questions on social, Sasha? I think we've got time for one more.
Yeah, for sure. We got one for Daniela. Do you remember your first match you were writing for the PDC Europe?
As I said, I remember that was 2018 Leverkusen Friday afternoon session, but which game was that? Players, I have no idea anymore.
Oh God!
Everyone me.
No, I'll have to check that. I promise I'll check it.
I can't remember your first game. Terrible.
Too nervous,
Not happy when someone hits a 9-darter. Can't remember her first game. Miserable person.
Not for me.
I know. Oh, listen, you guys. God, yeah, I just got that push here on my mobile phone. Obviously, Arsenal have equalised in the 89th minute. Obviously, it was Kai Havertz who's played 10 years with Bayer Leverkusen. Bless him. But much more cheerful was this fifth episode of the Not So Late Night Art Show with Nathan Aspinall, with Daniela, Bata-Bogdanov. You guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been really good. By the way, Nathan, I never mentioned that so far, but what a man cave you got there. It looks a bit like the Death Star. It looks like Star Wars.
Yeah, hang on. So there's on my bear.
Look at that.
And then all my trophies. All my running up trophies. Sticker running up trophies.
Good one. A very, very good one. So, guys, thank you all so much. And, of course, thank you to each and every one of you who's been watching us today, who's been asking questions, who's been participating. It's been an absolute joy. You guys stay on the lookout on the social media pages of the PDC Europe. We're going to, of course, throw another episode at you. And in April, we're going to let you know who's going to be our guests there. And we're going to make it another great hour, just like today. Once again, thank you so much to Nathan, to Daniela, to Zasha, of course, who's been supporting today. And I see you guys very soon in Göttingen. Apart from you, Nathan, I'm not going to see you in Göttingen.
I just can't say enjoy Göttingen. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, mate. Enjoy Mother's Day and enjoy the family time. It's well deserved. You guys take care. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.